Ever feel like, wouldn't life be so much easier if people would just, act a little more rationally?
Tell me about it.
Like, seriously, the guy who cut me off this morning, what is his deal?
Right.
Well, today's Deep Dive is all about finding a bit more, peace in the middle of all the chaos.
A little more tranquility. I like it.
And who better to guide us than Marcus Aurelius?
Indeed. And it's important to remember the context here. Aurelius wasn't like some detached philosopher on a mountaintop. This was the emperor of Rome.
Talk about pressure.
Right. Dealing with political intrigue, military campaigns.
Probably spreadsheets too.
Oh, I'm sure. And through it all, he was trying to live this virtuous life, guided by Stoic philosophy.
Which he jotted down in his personal writings, meditations, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And we're diving into book 8 today, where he really digs into navigating those everyday frustrations.
Like those irrational people we have to deal with.
Well, he puts it a bit more eloquently than that. In passage 13, he makes this point that instead of being surprised by how others act, we should try to understand their beliefs.
Because
Everyone is operating from their own internal framework, their own sense of what's right and wrong, their own experiences.
So it's not about excusing bad behavior, but like trying to get where it's coming from.
Exactly. Aurelius compares it to a fig tree bearing figs. It's just what fig trees do.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like that time I totally lost it when the caterer was 2 hours late for our meeting. Turns out his car broke down. My anger didn't really help anything.
It's a perfect example. Understanding motivations can lead to more empathy, maybe even help us anticipate behavior in the future.
So less yelling at the caterer, more understanding that, hey, life happens.
Precisely. Now, Aurelius also tackles something else we humans struggle with, admitting we're wrong.
Oh boy, do I ever.
He dives into this in passage 14, where he basically says that changing your mind when presented with new information
Is a good thing.
Exactly. It's just as admirable as being right all along. It's about intellectual humility.
Which is tough.
It is. But he reminds us that we always have room to grow. Admitting we're wrong isn't a weakness, it's a sign of
Growth. A willingness to learn.
Exactly. Now, speaking of things we can't control,
Which is, let's face it, a lot.
Aurelius does not mince words in passage 15. He basically calls it madness to blame external forces or get all worked up over things we can't change.
Ooh, tough love from Marcus.
He's urging us to focus on what we can control. Our reactions, our thoughts, our own actions.
Easier said than done on some days.
Absolutely. Which is why he follows that up with a really thought-provoking point in passages 16 and 17 about finding purpose in the natural order of things.
Even if it's a rotting log. Because I think that's what he compares it to, right?
It's a powerful image. Even something that seems, well, not so great has its place and purpose.
So we need to find our own place within that grand scheme of things.
And act with purpose in our everyday lives. It doesn't have to be glamorous.
Okay, so less about finding my one true calling and more about like making the most of right now, whatever that looks like.
Exactly. And that leads us to Aurelius's final point in passage 18, where he kind of brings it all home. He reminds us that everything
Has its season.
Well, he phrases it as everything having a beginning, a continuation, and an end.
Right. It sounds so simple when you put it like that.
But think about it. This is classic Stoic acceptance in action. Change is inevitable.
So don't fight it.
Right. Fighting it only creates suffering. It's about learning to go with the flow of life, embracing it all.
Wow. So next time I'm, freaking out about something I can't control.
Picture that fig tree.
Yeah. Maybe you should try being a little more like a fig tree. Just do my thing.
There you go.
I like
Mind
it.
made of granite, Roman kingpin, philosophy's mechanic. Marcus done taught in the ruins of the forum, so solid as marble, mind free like a quarrel. In the Colosseum, clap of reason echo, serenity within, like the flight of a sparrow. Virtue carved deep, it's a disciplined aura. Roman road stretch, meditating on the flora. Came from the low, turn the chaos to order. Stoic guys calm through the wounds and the slaughter. Heard the whispers from the valleys to borders. Life's but a blade, seek the wisdom of warriors. In the library stacks, rolled up scrolls of meditations. Face the plague, wrath of nature, Roman tribulations. Men clash swords, but the mind remains placid. Stoic thoughts run deep in a world so rabid. On the battlefield, courage rides with the centaur. Meditated dawn for the day's emperor. Still meets flesh, Marcus keeps his composure. World might burn, but his heart's granted bolder. Came from the loop, turn the chaos to order. Stoic dies calm through the wounds and the slaughter. Heard the whispers from the valleys to borders. Life's but a blade, seek the wisdom of warriors.
to give it to him regularly. Like, thank God on Monday for the last 8 years. You just got to keep giving it to him. And the first year, nothing. The second year, nothing. The third year, a little something. The fourth year, a little bit more. By the fifth year, boom, you're a household name. You got to be intentional and deliberate, whether you're making money or not making money. You got to decide that you're going to do something, and you got to do it every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday. The problem with some of you in this room, you're not intentional and deliberate. You're a good person that just hopes the good stuff is going to happen to you. So you need to be on Facebook, because Facebook, they're not just good people. They do the analytics and tell you who's watching your stuff and who's not watching it. They give you the numbers. Hear what I'm saying? If you are intentional and deliberate. So I wake up every single day. See, I don't care what country I'm in. I don't care how long we've been on the flight. I don't care what our schedule is. 2:30. What time do I wake up every day, see? Okay, when we were in Poland, what time did I wake up? Okay, what about England? What about Australia? Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm intentional and deliberate. I don't care what time zone we on. I just sent my family the time. I'm in New Zealand. I'm looking at what time it is at home and said yesterday. I said yesterday. I like this. I need to be a betting man. I said it's yesterday? Negative 18 hours. I'm still getting up at the exact same time. CJ, did we work out since we've been here? We just finished working out. How long did I run on the treadmill? Nothing changes. Nothing changes, guys. I'm very intentional. And some of you could be you'd be so much better if you just didn't leave things a chance. Eric, what are you saying? I thought you were a man of faith. I am. Faith without works is dead.
Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Hard work doesn't always pay off. Learn to stop in time and understand whether you have turned into a slave. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Seneca encourages us to embrace life fully and not waste our time living in fear or indecision. He urges us to live with passion and purpose. No regrets, just lessons. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist, the parachute.
Every person is a god in embryo. Its only desire is to be born. Deepak Chopra.
"10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who? 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. And the question is, where? So to answer the question of where you want to arrive and the kind of person you want to be, you've got to get serious.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is no tomorrow from Rocky 3. You know, there is no tomorrow. Fuck that shit. Let's get all this shit done today.
Well, someday ain't a day of the week. You know, there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look on your calendar. Some days not on there. So you got to say, okay, I'm going to take this small step by here, this small step by there, this small step by there. And then pretty soon, you know, we don't leap tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday. Hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day.
Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really. aspirations come from people that do amazing things, but they're really ordinary people just waking up every day doing the little things that other people aren't doing. So
every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. I do it now, do it now. Whenever you have this tendency to procrastinate, program your subconscious mind with this automatic conditioned command, do it now, do it now, do it now.
The best way to fight.
It were indeed more happy and comfortable for a man to depart out of this world, having lived all his life long clear from all falsehood, dissimulation, voluptuousness, and pride. But if this cannot be, yet it is some comfort for a man joyfully to depart as weary, and out of love with those, rather than to desire to live, and to continue long in those wicked courses. Hath not yet experience taught thee to fly from the plague? For a far greater plague is the corruption of the mind than any certain change and distemper of the common air can be. This is a plague of creatures as they are living creatures, but that of men as they are men or reasonable.
If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, that's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. We stopped looking for monsters under our bed when we realized that they were inside us.
To find yourself, think for yourself. Socrates.
Be bold and venture to be wise. It's okay to just chill.
The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Friedrich Nietzsche, thus spoke Zarathustra.
My opponent is asleep. I'm out there at 4 or 5 in the morning, chopping trees, working, to this day. Because I can retire today. I'm well off, very comfortable. But I got the will to win.
Take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure.
What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win.
The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. The reason you are stressed is that you have decisions to make and you're not making them.
Embrace the process. And then by the time you get up in years, you can be a man that you're proud of. Okay? So this is just an encouragement to just chill out. Just chill out. Embrace the process. You say, Dwayne, what process? Life.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
You cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
He believed in himself, and you can too. You can do anything that you want. You can get sick.
He hath a stronger body, and is a better wrestler than I. What then? Is he more bountiful? Is he more modest? Doth he bear all adverse chances with more equanimity, or with his neighbor's offenses with more meekness and gentleness than I?
Give a man a purpose worth living for, and he can survive in any situation. Men cheat because they don't feel needed. Women because they don't feel loved.